Welcome to ThyHistoryGeek. My name is Josh. Most of us have probably heard of the Louisiana Purchase. It was arguably one of the best purchases the United States has ever made, but it wasn't the only one. In this episode of Events of the Past, we're going to look at another land purchase that has paid off in dividends. Now, let's talk about the Alaskan Purchase. In the early 17th century, Russia established its presence in Alaska, giving themselves a foothold in North America. But for Russia, Alaska never really took off. Few Russians made the trek into the new territory and settled in. By the mid-19th century, in the aftermath of the Crimean War, Emperor Alexander II of Russia began exploring options to sell the territory off, as he felt it lacked sufficient resources and was difficult to defend. U.S. Secretary of State William Seward entered into negotiations on behalf of the United States. Being a time of reconstruction for the country after the American Civil War, President Andrew Johnson saw the purchase as a step forward. On March 30th, 1867, the U.S. agreed to purchase Alaska, but it took some time to be ratified by the Congress and didn't officially become a territory of the United States until October 18, 1867. The final price the United States paid Russia was just about $7.2 million, which was about 2 cents per acre of land. In 1896, however, the view of Alaska changed forever. It was in that year that the Klondike Gold Rush began. The gold rush brought in hundreds of millions of dollars. Shortly thereafter, Alaska was found to be rich in seal and fish, and many fisheries began to sprout up. In less than 50 years, the United States was able to turn a profit from the purchase. Today, Alaska still produces gold and fish, while also adding crab, lumber, oil, zinc, lead, and tourism as some of their many exports. Now, well over 100 years later, you're hard-pressed to find anyone who feels like this purchase was bad. I wonder if Russia feels the same, and if they possibly have some seller's remorse. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Events of the Past. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you threw a like on the channel. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our future content. With that being said, I'm going to leave this episode with a quote from the naturalist, author, and philosopher John Muir. "The mountains are calling, and I must go." Thanks for watching.